for ruining it all for me.
Jesus.
I got boobs too, okay? I'm just not gonna take my clothes off because I look better with clothes on. I want to formally introduce myself. My name is Andie. These are my breasts. I feel like I have to introduce them to you because I'm only going to be up here like 10 minutes, Jim, and I don't want you to walk away and go, what'd she say? I don't know, but she's got tits. So here they are, Thelma and Louise. I call them that because after 40, they're kind of going over a cliff. It's kind of how that works. I don't know, it's crazy. I never really understood the fascination what men or anybody has with breasts, because we all have hanging bags of flesh. We just have them in different places, right? But you'll never hear a woman go, ow! Let's have us a wet underwear contest! Ow! Bring out the balls! I want to see some hairy balls! I'm not going to hear that. You are also never going to hear a woman go, hey honey, you know, those are kind of sagging a little bit. Why don't we go to the doctor and perk them up a little bit? That will never come out of my mouth. But can you at least do us a favor, guys? Shave them. Fuck! I don't want to be like I'm going down on a gorilla, for fuck's sake. Jesus. Picking pubic hairs out of my teeth for a week. I had a friend of mine explain to me what the fascination are with breasts. He said, Andie, it's kind of like that 5-year-old boy at his birthday party. You got a pony over here and a clown over here and all the kids are playing, but that one 5-year-old boy that's his birthday, all he can do is think about that table full of presents. He wants to go over there and open them and play with them. Oh, all right, I'll make a deal. If women's breasts are like children's toys, then they should also come with instructions. Because let me tell you guys, we don't mind that you play with them. We don't mind that you lick them or that you kiss them or whatever crazy freaking thing you do, Jim. But why the fuck do you gotta bite them? I mean, seriously, if I went down on your man apples and took a big old chunk out of your nads, you'd be on the ceiling for a week. I'd be like, come on down, honey, we'll try the anal beads next. How you doing, Jim? I know what you're thinking. I know your wife's sitting there, but you want this. I know. Well, you did 10 years ago when I was skinny and hot. Now that I'm 40, sex is completely different. Instead of hot, steamy sex, you're doing hot, sweaty, turn the fucking lights off because I don't look good laying on my back anymore, sex. Right? Am I right? Anybody here over 40? You know. Anybody that'll admit it? I also attract a different kind of group of men now that I'm over 40 and overweight. Because I'm a thick white girl, I get chased by black men. Because they love the ass. And I can't go to Antioch anymore because I got Mexicans all over me. Not because of the ass, but because I'm fat and I must have enough food in my refrigerator to feed their families. Because a brick ain't the only thing a Mexican will lay, let me tell you. You want to know what's funny? My mom helped me write that joke. My mom is the reason I'm crazy. Let me explain. My mom is from the north. I am too, but I was kind of raised a little bit more in the south. She moved back up north. She's like, oh, I hate this place. It's too nice. My mom calls me on the phone the other day. She goes, Andie, your father and I are now ordering drugs online from Mexico and Canada because we can get them cheaper. And let me tell you something. We got an order form the other day, and they got Viagra on there. But it's flavored. I'm like, flavored? She goes, yeah, that's what I said. Why the fuck would I care what flavor it is? I'm like, Mom, I don't think you're gonna be, I don't think he's gonna be putting it, Mom, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to have this conversation. She's like, no. See, I realized later that they have these orange-colored, these orange-flavored Viagras, and that my husband is too much of a pussy to just take a fucking pill. It's gotta taste like something. So I decided that I'm going to write Viagra and I'm going to tell them that from now on I want them to have to go through what I have to. So I want it to taste just like semen. she called me up and she said, Mom, she said, Andie, I went to my therapist. I have a new therapist now. And my new therapist told me what's wrong with me. Finally, I find one. I'm like, oh, really, Mom? That's great. What's wrong? She said, I have prolonged PTSD from my crazy fucking family. I said, well, that's awful. She goes, yeah, of course it's awful because I cannot even tell anybody what's wrong with me anymore without somebody punching me in the goddamn face. I said, why would anybody punch you in the face, Mom? She said, really? Seriously? Both of your brothers have served in Iraq and Afghanistan. My husband served in Vietnam. Do you think I can be around a bunch of soldiers and tell them that I have PTSD because my family's crazy? I was like, well, Mom, that's not really something to joke about. She goes, no, but I decided I'm changing it. I'm going to tell everybody I have Tourette's. Tourette's, Mom? She goes, yeah, goddammit. Shut the fuck up, you whore. I went, Mom. She goes, I'm practicing. Did it work? Okay, that's great, Mom. Wonderful. Of course, I passed this on to my daughter, right? Because my daughter, until she was 13, thought asshole meant bad driver. She's all screwed up too, so you know, it's a whole generation of screwed up people. I like to drink, which is also one of my problems. A lot of drinkers in the house? Drinkers? Yeah, me too. Fuck. I was at a seminar all last week at the Nashville convention, and I can't even tell you what I did. But have you, no, I mean, I can't. I don't remember. I really can't. But have you ever been so drunk that you don't remember how you got home until you woke up the next morning by applause? That happened to me. And it was especially scary when I woke up the next morning next to the fucking cab driver. He's like, you still owe me $5. I'm like, fuck, this is prostitution. Oh, it's bad. Now that I'm 40, I don't wake up next to hot-looking men. I wake up next to food I don't remember eating. It's ridiculous. I gotta tell you, before I go, we got a lot of boobies in the house tonight, obviously on stage and here. But before I go, I want you to think about this. Guys, you need to treat your women and her breasts with a lot of respect. Because they give food to our children. They keep our feet dry in the rain. I can always find some sort of morsel down there if I get hungry. Found a tuna fish sandwich down there. Boy, that was bad. And without my breasts, I'd have